Chapter 3, The Common Purpose. What is your purpose? Is it to work? To get married? To have children? To work more? To exercise? To retire? To die? I truly doubt that is any of our purposes. Let's try that again. What is your purpose? Is it to create? Is it to connect with others, nature and the universe? Is it to make this world as amazing as it should be? Is it to learn how to forgive your past? To learn how to be fully present in every moment? To love as many beings as you possibly can? To have an impact on this earth and its inhabitants? To have peace in each moment knowing you have found your true purpose in this life? Sound better? There are no rules. There is only your intentions. Maybe it is a game. Do you know the rules? Do you know how to make it fun? Do you see the adventure? There is a way to be aware of this game. No one can tell you the answer or the rules. Then it would make the game so boring. Because really this is the greatest and most rewarding game ever created. This game is you. You are so much fun. You are so interesting. You are an amazing creation and your potential far precedes the potential of most all other creations. You can make a difference. And create something that makes a difference. You know you can do it. Start with something small and do not question yourself. There are no wrong questions or right answers in this game called life. The keys to the game. Patience is one of the greatest of virtues in this game. To use it always in every instance it requires a Zen-like mentality, which is hard to reach for 99% of us. True patience requires an unconditional love for a person. Because you must love someone enough to emotionally detach from their inability to manage on the level which you are able to. Let them create a path to learn on their own with only give them road signs and help along the way. And all of this fantastic knowledge is useless when you're stuck behind someone's grandma driving 20 miles per hour in the fast lane, or late for an appointment and you get a flat tire. So pick your battles and don't let that, always in a hurry, never sharing child, in all of us win. You will always have a better and emotionally healthier time by using patience. If we are secure in the knowledge that everything happened for a reason, that is an okay way to live. Yet, if we tweak that a bit to everything happens for a cause, then we can be powerful in seeking the message behind what we perceive as a negative event. There is a calm and peace that comes over certain people in highly intense situations. That is what we should strive for. A balanced and decisive demeanor in highly charged emotional and physically straining moments is what a powerful person should have. No matter how intense or trivial the situation, this principle is in effect. Being able to see the beauty in every moment, good, bad or indifferent, is the key to fully living in your purpose. Being the cause is a byproduct of having patience. Passion is the fuel that drives a purpose. Love your life and you will know self-love. To be passionate of oneself can appear arrogant and distance people from you. To be passionate of one's life is a more appropriate way to attract people to your cause. Think of when you were young and helped bake your first cake or took apart your bike just to see if you could put it back together. Think of things you love to do. Doing what you love to do is the quickest and easiest way to love your life. People say, but this and that and my 401k, I'm stuck doing this to support my family and have security. But always has an excuse after it. What if I asked you, do you want to love your life? It would be an easy and quick, yes, I'm thinking. If true, why do we make so many excuses to not love our life? Always and in always make time for your dreams. Allow a portion of time aside from work and responsibility for doing what you love. This will not only create peace. It will create confidence and a fervor for your life. Everyone on earth has been given the chance to live on this beautiful, bountiful planet full of possibility. It is a gift and it is time to open it and share it with the world. To love your life is a byproduct of having passion. Persistence is the vehicle that creates dreams in a timely manner. The secret to manifesting a full life. The phrase, you can't teach want to, comes to mind. You see, people either want to, or they simply do not want to. The former leads to success, the latter leads to waste. Surround yourself with people that want to love their life. The more people around you that are in this mode of living, the more contagious it is for you. You must be surrounded by patient, passionate, and persistent people to raise your game. You will find that the negative influences will fade away. One day you wake up and realize that you cannot think of anyone in your life that is not a positive influence on you and your quest for a full life. Know as well that money and material things are not a measure of success. No one will have you haul behind their funeral procession. I call it the deathbed theory. A person is measured by how many people come to love them at their funeral or on their deathbed, not by the amount of anything worldly they possessed in life. Be persistent in building relationships. Powerful relationships that have meaning and creative energy. Be persistent in spreading the knowledge of your love for mankind and this earth. Powerfully loving relationships are the byproduct of persistently loving your life. When trying to find your purpose, you must learn what being is. Take the words patience, passion and persistence, and become the words. Find the definitions and use the principles of these words and bring them into your way of being. This applies to many power words such as honor, compassion, peace. There are hundreds of power words in the English language. Make a list of all the words that you choose to become, and focus daily on them. Bring the list with you, and when confronted with a situation that is negative, look at the list and find the perfect word to become in that moment. Jokingly, you may find patience will be coming up a lot. Too often religion becomes a platform for judgment. A way to divide whole groups of people into a I'm right, you're wrong mentality. The real truth is no one really knows the difference between right and wrong. We can decipher what is in our own hearts, though. We can choose to love and we can choose to be compassionate with others always. There is only one word in the English language that defines love. It is a simple word with huge implications. It is a word that most every religion will proclaim to have. Yet, putting it into true form is still a tough situation to do for most religions. The word is acceptance. You see, to divide religions into groups, each of them must have absolution. They must define themselves as the only true source of divinity. In the mind of the rulers of religions, this is the only means to credibility for their ideas. You cannot say Christ was a great teacher and prophet. That would be blasphemous. He must be God incarnate to be a credible ruler of the religion. And you must accept him as the only true God to enter into the spiritual realm called heaven. This kind of knowledge does not follow any kind of common sense. It excludes every other idea of salvation and person of any other faith. The God factor is not an exclusive club. The fact alone that the chances of humans even existing is an astronomical seemingly impossibility should show that everyone is included in the divine nature of God. Is it that difficult for a common sensible person to accept and honor another's beliefs? It absolutely should not be. In fact, it is ludicrous for an educated and truly compassionate person to not accept and honor everyone's belief system. More importantly, for this book of words to be effective, we must believe in each other, in our fellow man. They are a tangible source of producing more love, compassion and resources to you and the world than any religion. A network of love is a church. It provides fellowship, help in times of need, a support system, essentially a family. If we put half the energy into our fellow man that we do into an invisible man, our network of family would grow much faster. We do not judge religion, but we take the values and lessons of teachers and prophets to build our family. We in turn do not let religion judge us. We can't let it begin an internal dialogue of less. Religion defeats on own purpose in doing so. We are all worthy and deserving of unconditional love. If anyone is a higher authority, says different, turn the channel or leave their presence. You and your life are too vital to the cause of creating an amazing world to live in than to be distracted and hampered into living in closed way. Instead of asking for blessings from God, go into the world and create blessings for God's people. Don't always look to prophets to bring your life peace, look to your family, friends and community to bring peace into your conversation. The answers are everywhere. The prophets of man know this and recognize the beauty and power within each individual, always respecting the freedom of self-expression. Recognize when you are given dogma and people simply quoting others. That is not self-expression. This universe gave us everything we need to be amazing. And even if there is no God, you still have all of those things. When you can see into the void of another and you know the answer to their question, you don't even need to ask because you see it in their eyes and in their mannerism. You see what they need and you are willing to give. That is the blessing of wisdom. That is the moment you know, there is something else, that connects us. Something invisible. There does not need to be a name for it. Just knowing that it exists is enough. The experience of knowing others opens every door. Reverence and fellowship are the real root of religion. In reverence we hold life sacred and precious. When we practice fellowship we build the common sense between each other. To live in a natural and obvious way is the path to a peaceful and a loving life. There is no room for judgment and disorder in a working family setting. Church is family, religion is organization. When you bring an element of human fallibility, the both of these gets weighed down with ego-attached dogmas. The first of which is an undeniable truth, in which a person must commit to one God, prophet or Messiah. This is the first dividing of the people, the first and foremost mistake of the egoistic nature of religion, which is to make God mine, and I will share him, but only if you play by my rules. When you create, for thousands of years, a platform for a God which has boundaries, you are fully missing the point of God and nature itself. A boundless God equals boundless creations. When mankind set limits and restrictions on receiving the kingdom of God, they did by far the largest injustice and prejudice to mankind ever done. The division created by mankind through religion is responsible for more death and destruction than any other negative force on our planet. Does that work? It does not, and it's proven every day in the news if you choose to watch it. The ultimate truth of this dilemma is that only 3% of the world is actually negative. Think about all the people in your life, and if it is easy to see many negative people, then you're probably not reading this book. If you are here in this moment of knowledge, I guarantee your life is filled with many wonderful people. More importantly, your life has filled the potential for even more wonderful people. When you live in divine presence, you create a family or church of your own. A group of people that you honor and hold sacred, and through fellowship you create your lives together. You accept people's differences with gentle love and understanding. They also lift you when you are fallen and support you when you are shining. In fact, you create connection and stop creating division together as a functional family. When we stop judging others and focus on loving them, then and only then can we stop judging ourselves and start to love ourselves. As we know, loving yourself is really loving your life. Life is full of adventure with every new connection to each other. Each meeting of two persons holds endless possibilities. From the smallest of moments you can transform a simple conversation into a life-changing perspective. So, to be a religious person needs a new context. To be religious is to always see the connection between God, ourselves and others, in that they create a possibility with each new person they meet. They do not judge or reject any living thing on this planet. They hold sacred and in compassion all choices made by the people around them. We are all of one common religion. Life. We are stuck here together. No superhero will save us until we see a superhero in ourselves and everyone around us. When we see that the God in all of our conversations and relationships is rooted in the person right in front of us, always, then we can act powerfully with gratitude and love to create the most powerful conversation with our community. Do not be afraid to be vulnerable and reach out to anyone that comes into your day. Be open to what can be created when you connect with your fellow man. Life will start to work at light speed or God's speed, I promise you.